Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the California Golden Bears, taking on last season's national champions, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Football playoff game. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. The receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
That's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Running with purpose. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he's got it again. He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Slides the quick throw. They convert on 3rd down and move the football to the 25.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion. Bears are going to cash in here in the red zone. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's James. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Golden Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. An inside deal now from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that,
That's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field and they'll go for it. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Touchdown, Cal, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kurt, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And someone moved this a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looking for a man. Caught in the backfield. It's Tatum. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to their offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Trying to create here on the move. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. On the move now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
On first down, it's play action. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, Mizzou. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. And it's good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So California's offense back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Ball handed off. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the catch. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a 1st down at the 41.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
End of 1, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We've got a good one in our hands, but what you hope for in a playoff game as we begin the 2nd period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Look out, room to run here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's his
Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
So that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
They'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards to the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Three guys up front, line up. It's 1st down.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Pop over the middle. It's Flores. They get him down quickly, but not much of a gain on that completion. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Grab down the middle. It's Dickey. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The quarterback keeps it here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go into keeper.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks left and finds his target there. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. They make the stop at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal from there. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. And he drops back in the gun, looking to scramble. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Missouri. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Cal's offense takes the field now. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in the last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The receiver grabs it. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
The Golden Bears churn out another 1st down.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close. But they're going to give them the 1st down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the 1st down.
2nd down after that previous play. The shotgun handoff here. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit hard.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. See if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner to stop him for a loss.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Bringing pressure. Hit just as he throws the ball. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. They look to throw it here on second down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his second touchdown alone here in the first half.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. And they run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14. And the Golden Bears come to the line in a hurry up. And on first down, they go right back to him. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. On the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cal. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver, you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. A quick juke. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Play action here on first down. He escapes the pocket. Now takes a hit, but lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Golden Bears will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. Getting set. Here's second down.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of a play. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. And the quarterback dropping back. Defense is coming after him. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? They've got him, but they convert on 4th down. And the drive keeps going. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
What a job by this quarterback here on fourth down. Had to survey the defense, eventually just goes to the check down for the running back, moves the chains, and keeps this drive going.
Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. The offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The offense going with the hurry up.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
Caught over the middle. It's Flores. They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
What a job at the line of scrimmage by this defense. Looked like a no-brainer. Second and short, easy first down. No. Denied. Stopped. Bring up third down.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kurt?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cal's offense back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quick completion to the tight end. You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Incompletion makes it second and 10 from the 40. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for first down.
Looking to throw yet again. Moves out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
An incompletion makes it second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Got the first down and still motoring. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Golden Bears starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the move. And the ball to the ground. Ball scooped up by the defense. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, what a wasted possession. In the second half of a tied game, you got the ball in the red zone, you're going in to score and take the lead, and you put the ball on the ground. And just like that, you flip the momentum to your opponent.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line, it's Tatum. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Big throw complete to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the 1st down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. This has been a tremendous fight through 3 quarters. This playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game, who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have, but you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Heaves it deep down the middle. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up in front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run in the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball.
Grab down the middle. It's Owens. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Need to pick up something here on 3rd down. A field goal try here will be from 58. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Short connection to the tight end here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Fighting off the defender.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. The receiver makes the catch. They finally stop him at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
1st and goal. The offense with an opportunity for a go-ahead score here in the final minutes.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. 2nd and goal for the offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball.
Touchdown, Golden Bears. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped.
And he slings it deep back to the left side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here?
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10.
He lets it go on the move. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. He hands it off from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense now behind the sticks on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss.
You know, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum. It comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from the slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic?
Caught near the sticks. It's Bennett.
Now play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play?
Hey, you get late in the game like this, of course you're going to dial up your best receiver. I love his route running and his speed to be able to get separation from the defender. They better find an answer for this receiver. Otherwise, they're going to go back to him again.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? On the move now.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play?
Fourth down now, and defensively, you know you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Down 1 possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic?
Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play?
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Running back has it on the screen now. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Looking to scramble.
Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Chris, this is it. It comes down to this fourth down play to be able to stay in this football game. They've got to convert to be able to keep their hopes alive. Can this quarterback deliver and make the play?
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down.
This might be for the ball game. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big fourth down stop.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Now, timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Here the quarterback just takes a knee. Well, Cook, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who's going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coached team. Who's going to execute better? And just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.